Bhavana Magwana, Assistant Professor of EC Department at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Welcome to the session of Digital System Design. In the last session, we have finished unit number 5. In today's session, we will start unit number 6, that is logic families. Now, what do we mean by logic families? What are the characteristics of logic families? In today's session, we will see definition of logic families, different characteristics of logic families, and the classification of logic families. Now, first of all, what do you mean by logic family? As a logic family will indicate the type of logic circuit used in the IC. Now, what do you mean by IC? IC means integrated circuit, in which number of logic gates are there. Alright, we have seen there are so many types of logic gates like AND, OR, XOR, XNOR, NAND and NOR, in which NAND and NOR are the universal logic gates, right? So that logic gates are going to be formed into the specific IC. So IC is made up of numbers of logic gates, alright? To perform different types of logic, whether it is AND operation, OR operation, XORing, XNORing, likewise. So, a circuit configuration or arrangement of the circuit elements in a spatial manner will result in logic family, right? How? That we will discuss in today's session. So, this a set of IC or it is a set of digital IC which belongs to this logic family are compatible with each other. So what are different characteristics of logic families? The main characteristics are speed, that means how fast my IC is going to be operated or it will perform its operation. Second is fan in. We will see all the definitions one by one. Fan out, noise immunity and the power dissipation. Now, what do you mean by speed, fan in, fan out, noise immunity and the power dissipation that we will see? First of all, what do you mean by speed? Now, as I am going to apply the input signal, so how fast my IC is going to be operated, then how fast I am getting my output signal, right? So, a speed of logic circuit is determined by the time between application of input and how fast my output is going to be responded, how fast I am going to get my output, right? So, change in input will going to be reflected to the change in output. So, that speed, that is known as the speed of my any logical circuit. Alright. Second, fan in. So it determines the number of inputs a logic gate can handle. We know that in AND gate there are 2 inputs. In NOT gate there are only a single input. So I can say that my fan in of AND gate is 2 and fan in for NOT gate is 1. So how many numbers of inputs that my logic gate is going to be handled, alright? Second is fan out. So it determines the number of circuit that a gate can drive, that how many circuits are going to be driven with the help of that gate, alright? Fourth one, that is a noise immunity. What does it mean? So it is a maximum noise that a circuit can withstand without affecting its output. That means in presence of noise, my output should not be going to be changed. So at which level? So that level is going to be identified by noise immunity. Alright? Fifth one, power. So power dissipation means what? When my circuit is going to change its state from on to off or off to on, then how much power is going to be dissipated? So it is going to be identified by the power dissipation. Alright. So these are the characteristics of any logic families. Alright. So what are the basic classification of logic families? There are actually two types, bipolar device and the hybrid device. And the third one is a metal oxide semiconductor device. Alright. The most important type is bipolar device and the metal oxide semiconductor device. Alright. First of all, we are focusing on the bipolar families. Now, first of all, what do you mean by bipolar? Bipolar means the current is in general term, current is going to be flowed based on two carriers, majority and minority both. Alright. And if it is unipolar device, then current is flow because of only a majority carrier. So that type of device is known as unipolar device. This is called a bipolar. Another one is unipolar. Alright. So the best example of bipolar device is the bipolar transistor, which are going to be fabricated on the single chip. Alright. It can be a number of transistors in a single chip. Alright. We know that transistor has many applications, like it can be used as an amplifier and as a switch. So over here in digital electronics we are going to use transistor as a switch. Why? As we are going to apply input signal, or I can say a logic 1, that means my transistor is in the on state. So I can say that my transistor will act as a closed switch. Alright, and if I am going to apply logic 0 to the input of transistor, then it will act as an open switch. Alright, so over here the application of transistor is, it is used as a switch, right? So I can say that this bipolar technology is preferred for the small scale integration. Now, what do you mean by small scale integration? First of all, there are total 4 types of logical IC have a scaling, like small scale integration, medium scale integration, large scale integration, and the very large scale integration, that is SSI, MSI, LSI, and the VLSI. Alright, so I can say that this bipolar technology is preferred for the small scale integration, right? Now, I can also prefer it for the medium scale integration, alright, because it is faster, right? Sorry. Now, what are the types of bipolar families? There are total 6 types of bipolar families. First one is the diode logic, RTL, DTL, TTL, ECL, and the integrated injection logic. Now what does it mean? First of all, what do you mean by diode logic? So diode logic means in my integrated circuit, the IC is made up of a numbers of diodes. As we know that diode has two terminals, anode and cathode, and based on the input applied, it is going to be act as a switch, whether it is on switch or off switch, open or close. Alright. Now, second is resistor transistor logic, in which my IC is going to be, it contains the combination of resistor and transistor, right? Third, diode transistor logic, in which the IC is made up of diode and the transistor. Fourth, transistor transistor logic. That means in my IC only transistors are there. Alright. ABD coupled logic is the fastest of this all the bipolar families. and the integrated injection logic. We will see all the logic families, bipolar families one by one, in which I have explained the diode logic. First, we are focusing on the resistor transistor logic. Now, what do you mean by resistor transistor logic? So all the logic, as I have told you, that all logics are going to be implemented using resistor and the transistor, right? So one basic thing about which type of transistor I am going to use. We know that there are total two types of transistor. First one is the NPN, second one is the PNP, right? So what is the use of NPN and what is the use of PNP transistor? When I am going to use the NPN transistor. NPN means what? We are going to combine the PN junction diode. First is this N and P. NPN. That means between N and P, one depletion region is there, and between PN and one depletion region is there. So NPN, which has a two terminal, that is a base, collector, and the emitter terminals are there. Alright. So when I am going to apply the high, or I can say logic 1 to the input signal, which cause my output to be low. So I can say that it will act as an inverter. We know that in NOT gate, when I am going to apply logic 1 to the NOT gate, it will gives me the output logic 0. That means whatever I am going to apply, it will act as an inverter. Alright. But in case of PNP, the low at the input which cause the output to be high. So it will also act as an inverter. Alright. It's up to you that whether I am going to use the NPN transistor or PNP transistor. So this is the circuit diagram of resistor transistor logic. We can say that in the IC, it is made up of this transistor and the resistor. So I can say this transistor is the NPN transistor. How? I am going to identify with the help of arrow on the emitter side. Alright, this is my NPN transistor, as my arrow is in outward direction on the emitter terminal. So I can say that this is my NPN transistor, and it is a common emitter configuration, as my emitter is grounded. Alright. As I am going to apply the input signal, there are two inputs, A and B, and one output, it is Q. Right? As I am going to apply the input signal, and based on the state of my input, whether I am going to apply logic 0 or logic 1, my transistor is going to be operated. Alright?